Hey everybody, it's Miss A, and I am here with the science review for the Earth, Moon, and Stars. The students have a quiz tomorrow, and I told them that I'd get some information on YouTube for them. So let's go over our vocabulary. We have rotate is to spin around. Axis, the imaginary line around the Earth, which it spins. Revolve is to move around another object, and phase is the lighted part of the moon that appears in the sun. So there are a couple of concepts that the students have to be aware of. They need to understand the comparisons between the three objects. The sun is the largest object in the solar system. It is a hot ball of gas, and it never moves. The Earth is solid and liquid rock. It revolves around the sun, and it also rotates on its axis. The moon, the smallest of the three objects that we're learning about, is solid rock. It revolves and rotates around the Earth, which then revolves around the sun. Other concepts that need to know is that the spinning on its axis is the cause of our night and day. And there are some really good videos on YouTube that go over that, but rotation is you are rotating by yourself, it's spinning, and that causes our night and day. It takes a lot less time for the Earth to spin by itself than it does for the Earth to revolve. The Earth moves around the sun. This is revolution. This talks about the Earth going around, and you can see in this graphic where we have our seasons. You can see in March that the Earth is here. Here we have Africa. You can see over here Africa where it's just the bottom part is facing the sun. When we get to June, basically the whole of Africa, the continent of Africa is facing the sun. When we get in September, the sun is more facing towards the northern area, and so Africa is not lighted. And then here we have Africa's facing away from the sun. So revolution causes our seasons. Let's go in here. So here we have observing the moon, and the students really need to understand this. This is a concept that we only learn in 4th grade, and so we have to make sure the kids really understand that the moon is filled with craters. The craters are there and apparent because the moon does not have an atmosphere that wipes away the craters. And this is the really important part. The moon moves around the Earth. It talks about rotation and revolution. It talks about that the Earth rotates on its axis, and as does the moon. It also talks about that it rotates once every 4 weeks, which is about time that it takes to revolve around the Earth. So revolution and rotation for the moon are both 4 weeks or about a month. It has the different phases of the moon. The only thing the students are responsible as far as phases of the moon, they need to know a whole moon, a new moon, and the first and last quarter. Those are the responsibilities. They also need to know that the moon obtains its light from the sun. This moon does not make its own light. Next, we need to know about the space program in Florida. We need to understand the implications of having the space program in Florida. And this page really talks about how the space program in Brevard County, before it was there was about 23,000 people that lived in Brevard County, which mostly were farmers. And once they opened up the space program, NASA in Cape Canaveral, that the huge number of people more quickly. In 8 years, the number of people living in Brevard County almost tripled. That's one of the effects of having the space program on. It also talked about that these bridges, homes, and schools, and also it brought millions of people from other cultures and brought many cultures together. It also talked about space program and tourism. It brings lots of people here. So these are the concepts that the students need to know. Hopefully you are able to get the pages and you're able to pause and read them. Hope this video helps. Thanks for watching, everybody.